That storyline continues to percolate. Auburn and Kentucky tomorrow night. We're going to talk some high school football coming up momentarily with Kyle Parmley from Starnes Media as we wrap up the regular season tonight. A lot of teams wrapped up either last week, got a bye this week, or they played last night as they're getting ready for the playoffs next week. But I want to tell you about Abide Roofing, a great company that you hear me talk about every single day on this program. And this is really cool because Abide Roofing is raising the roof, and I mean literally. Abide Roofing is giving one deserving homeowner a brand new roof completely free. This isn't a gimmick. This isn't a sales pitch. It's their way of saying thank you to the community that's trusted Abide with their homes. So let me tell you how it works. You fill out a quick form at abideroof.com. That's ABIDE roof.com. Look for a green bar at the top of the homepage. Nominate yourself or someone who deserves it. Then watch out for a winner announcement. Now, value is up to a 30 square roof or roughly $13,000. Maybe it's someone who's fallen on hard times, can't afford repairs, or maybe a single parent working two jobs just to make ends meet. Maybe it's a veteran, a first responder, or a teacher who is always giving back to others. Or maybe it's that neighbor who volunteers for every local event, a true pillar of your community. Whoever it is, Abide Roofing, they want to hear their story. At Abide Roofing, you hear me talk about it all the time. They believe everyone deserves a safe, reliable roof over their head, and it's their way to give back. Don't wait. Entries are open now. Enter through December 12th, 2025. Winner will be announced on December 19th, 2025. For complete details on how to enter for the free roofing giveaway, visit abideroof.com. Very cool for them to do this. Go to abideroof.com. Check it out at the top of the website, and you can go and fill out the form, and good luck. Once again, you can enter through December 12th. A winner will be announced on December 19th, 2025. So very cool. So go to abideroof.com. Joining us now on the Higginbotham Hotline from Starnes Media, covers the high school scene and does a great job doing it. Kyle Parmley joins us now on Three Man Front. Kyle, I know many people in our area either wrapped up last Friday night or wrapped up last night, and I know Spain Park got a big win last night, their sixth win in a row.
Yeah, good to be on with you. Yeah, the last week of the regular season, you always get several Thursday games, but I think with Halloween happening to be on this Friday night, I think a lot of the coaches decided to avoid some of the headaches and the conversations about why are we playing on Halloween? We got things to do, all this and that. So at least in the as far as the under the lights teams go, they all played last night. So we had 6 games and had a pretty good night. And you mentioned Spain Park. I mean, they rolled past Gardendale 45-17. The Jags 8-2. They look really good. They've been getting better and better all season long, and you just continue to see the potential for this team to really make some noise as we get into the playoffs. I mean, I think the bracket doesn't set up great for a team like Spain Park, but it's always just kind of a roll of the dice once you get to this time of year in November. But yeah, Spain Park looks really good, and that Gardendale team very much so in transition. They'll hope for a better year next year.
All right, Kyle, let's talk about this Homewood Patriots team. So they finish off the season yesterday. They get a win over James Clemens, but now 9-1. Let's talk a little bit what you saw from Homewood yesterday, but also just how dangerous this team could be heading into the postseason.
Yeah, this is one of those games. There haven't been a lot of games for Homewood this year where I felt like we were going to learn a lot about them. But midway through the year when they lost on that crazy play to Mount Brook in overtime, and then when they beat Parker a couple weeks ago. This James Clemens win was one of those games where I kind of felt like we learned a little bit about him. Everything was already kind of, the hay was in the barn as far as Homewood's playoff seeding went, all that. This game wasn't vital necessarily. And James Clemens, I don't know, I'm sure, Pat, you kind of heard some of the same stuff I did throughout the week. There was all kinds of chatter about Class 7A Region 4 and how that tiebreaker was going to be decided, and then it got decided. And then, I don't know, some of the teams still aren't fully convinced that it was decided the correct way. So all that to say, James Clemens came into the game last night, feeling like they needed to win to kind of improve any potential playoff seeding for them. But Homewood goes up there and they got out to a lead. They kind of slacked off a little bit. James Clemens rallies back, takes the lead themselves, and Homewood had one last fight, and they end up winning. So, cool thing for Homewood last night, it was the 100th career win for head coach Ben Bergeson. He's done a tremendous job at Homewood, and it was cool to see just how they celebrated him and all the success he's had with the Patriots. But yeah, like y'all mentioned, 9-1 overall. This team, man, they look good, and they've answered every test so far this year. I mean, they were their one loss, that Mountain Brook loss. They were the better team for at least 3.5 quarters of that game, if not more. So this Homewood team is one to watch out for in the playoffs. They look capable of making some noise.
Hey, Kyle, it's Damian, man. I'm hopping in for Landrum today. I got one question for you. It's going back down to the country in 1A land, real Iron Man of football. What's your 30,000-foot view of the Maplesville Red Devils this year?
Are you serious?
What, man?
Really?
I was just asking. You know,
as soon as I heard Damian's voice, I knew exactly what he was about to say.
You knew it.
And you know what Damian always wants to talk about is, they had their glory days. And when Damian Mitchell was down there roaming the premises and winning these state championships, and they haven't won one in quite a while, right? I mean, does it line up with when you graduated, Damian?
No, they won 3 in a row the 3 years after I graduated. I went to the state championship and lost.
Oh,
they tend to forget that one. I brought home the red map, but they brought in 3 blue ones consecutively, and we lost in the state championship last year. My apologies.
So you were the one holding them back, is what I'm hearing.
That's all I know.
All right. Well, here's the thing, Damian. Maplesville this year is 9-0, and looking at it right now, they have pitched 6 shutouts.
Dang.
Let's go.
Dang.
They have allowed 20 points the whole season, something like that. So, I can't speak to the
competition,
riveting, the grueling 1A competition that they've been facing this year. But looks like Maplesville is off to a pretty good start this year, and maybe let's see, they've outscored opponents 413 to 27 this year.
Come on.
Good night.
Come on.
That's impressive. I don't care who you're playing. That's impressive.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Now can we get back to
back to regular scheduled programming. My apologies.
No, that's fine. Kyle knew that was the question he was going to get, but that's fine. All right,
no doubt.
I want to go back to something you just mentioned a moment ago, and we're heard statewide. We have affiliates in Huntsville, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Montgomery, Mobile. So everybody across the state's listening to this right now. So for those that do not pay attention, or especially those in North Alabama, 7A Region 4, is there a Cliff Note version which you can give our audience about what the heck is going on with the tiebreaker, with something being reported, and then now maybe it's not true? What is going on in Region 4? Because everybody else in 7A, it's locked in. Who they're playing, where they're going, stuff like that. But what can you tell us from Region 4 up in Huntsville?
The thing that is most I think that has tripped up most people is they kind of got under the impression that, one of the things you have to figure out with the way that the High School Athletic Association in Alabama divvies out these tiebreakers is, for example, like in Region 4, there's a 4-way tie. And when you have a 4-way tie, you break the tie by going through the list of tiebreakers, like you would everybody's record against the number 5 seed, everybody's record against the number 6 seed, all that stuff. Well, when you do it that way, it looks like, Sparkman came out as the 1 seed, and then you're left with 3 teams tied, and you do the 3-team tiebreaker scenario. You go back to the top and start over.
And that would be James Clemens, Austin, and Florence, correct?
James Clemens, Austin, and Florence.
Okay.
And you don't look at this. You don't look at it in a bucket of 1 tiebreaker for 4 teams and you list them from there. You find the 1 team, you isolate them and move on to the other 3, and then break it between the 3 of them. And then once you isolate another team as the top team in that 3-way, then you're looking at the last 2 and you go head to head. So that's what the AHSAA came out early this week and confirmed it as, Sparkman as the 1, James Clemens as the 2, Austin as the 3, and Florence as the 4. But I also have heard plenty throughout the week that some of these, like Florence isn't sold on that, and James Clemens isn't sold on that. So I don't know if the state is going to reevaluate anything after, because as we've talked about a couple of times, like some of these tiebreakers come down to defeated region opponents and their total wins and all that, and so there was a potential for some of that to change after this week's games with some non-region opponents. I don't know. So it's pretty confusing for sure. But the state confirmed it earlier this week, said this is what it is, 1 through 4, and they slotted them in the bracket. So I guess we'll see if there's any further communication or clarification on that as we wrap up this week. Maybe, I mean, you have to know something pretty quick, right?
I would think so, absolutely. With teams getting prepared to either make a trip or get a charter or get the old cheese wagons ready for next Friday night. I mean, you got to know where you're going.
Yep.
So, wow.
Absolutely.
It's good stuff.
All right, Kyle. I don't want to spoil it because next week, of course, you'll have great coverage of all the big playoff games going on. But just a quick reminder for everyone: what are some of maybe the playoff matchups for next week that you're already looking ahead to? And if you don't mind, maybe some quick thoughts on Mountain Brook and Mortimer Jordan.
Sure. I know, Conrad, you'll be on the PA for Mountain Brook's first round game against the Blue Devils, right?
Absolutely, I'll be there at Spartan Stadium.
Yeah, so I mean, if you want to look at the 7A Region 3, it's the one that's most local here in Birmingham. Thompson wins the region. They're going to host Carver Montgomery, and then Vestavia's the 3. They're going to Auburn. Hewitt-Trussell's the 2. They're hosting Opelika, and Hoover gets the honor of being the 4 seed and going to play top-ranked Central out of Phoenix City.
I bet you Central Phoenix City was really happy about playing Hoover in the first round.
You know it. So Region 2 and Region 3 cross in the first round this year. So I think there is a potential for all 4 of those games to go both ways. I mean, good luck figuring all that out. I mean, obviously you would think the favorites come in on paper looking good, but I mean, the way that those matchups go, those are not sure things by any stretch. And, we just talked about Region 4. Well, Region 4 is all the North Alabama teams. Well, they've crossed with Region 1 this year. So if you're a team like Austin, you're driving all the way down to play Mary Montgomery.
That's brutal.
In the first round of the playoffs.
That's brutal.
As you guys know, just going down to Baker from Hewitt-Trussville last year, that's a haul.
That's
a
miserable.
2-day trip.
That is a miserable ride.
So the first round in 7A is going to be pretty wild when it comes to the way the regions cross up. But yeah, Conrad, I mean, you mentioned like Mountain Brook got a week off this week to prepare for the playoffs. They're hosting Mortimer Jordan next week. There's a lot of things when you look at the bracket. You feel pretty good about some of these first round matchups, but what's really compelling is when you start kind of going down the line a little bit. I mean, like if you take, for instance, potential second round matchups are games like Homewood versus Hartselle and Parker versus Muscle Shoals, Spain Park versus Saraland. I mean, those are huge second round games that are going to be a whole lot of fun to watch in 6A once we get there. So, yeah, a lot of teams took this week off. That's been a growing trend in recent years to kind of get that bye week, reset, get ready for the playoffs. But then I will say, one of the cool things about last night I go out to the Oak Mountain Chelsea game. Both of these teams are making the playoffs. Oak Mountain wins 26-0. And it's kind of one of those, you never want to, how sometimes we overreact to bowl games in college football, and a lot of times that might outsize the expectations for a team going into the next year. But sometimes you do glean a lot of things from that. And watching Oak Mountain and the way they played last night, you see some glimpses there that, this team isn't that far off from being pretty competitive in some of those 7A Region 3 games. And then you even think about like a team like John Carroll. They struggled this year in 5A, but they go to West Blockton last night and they rally from a 17-0 halftime deficit and win by 1 in overtime. So you get to go into the offseason with a thriller like that. That makes everybody feel just a little bit better about the season. So a lot of teams, I mean, half the teams in the state wrapping things up this weekend, and the other half staying alive for at least one more week. So, this is kind of you take a breath this week and get ready because starting next week it's gonna be even more fun.
Oh, no doubt. Well, Kyle, enjoy a rare Friday night off as we all take a deep breath and get ready for the playoffs next week. Great to catch up with you, and we'll talk to you next Friday.
Does Damien dress up as a Red Devil for Halloween? Is that how that goes? Like I don't know what the protocol is for Maplesville
No, no, no.
natives.
I've kind of outgrown the suit over these years. But if you'd have caught me about 5-10 years ago, you definitely you see me rocking it. But I've gained a little weight since then, brother.
Yes, he has.
Well, congratulations are in order too, right?
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Look at him. He's grinning from ear to ear. He's a happy young man.
As he should be.
He
As
should.
he should be.
He
Yeah,
should.
but all right, guys, that's good stuff. We'll catch up with you next week.
Sounds good, Kyle. Thanks, man. Kyle Parmley from Starnes Media. He was on the Higginbotham Hotline. You deserve solutions that are built for you. Higginbotham is your one-source solution for insurance, financial, and HR services. We had some heavy rain and wind the last couple of days. We'll remind everybody about Golston Tree Service, 205-337-4443. If you got a dangerous tree that's leaning over your house or maybe branches blocking a view, or maybe a tree potentially could fall in your driveway and, of course, damage one of your vehicles, call Golston Tree Service, 205-337-4443. From trimming and pruning to full tree removals, fast, safe, affordable. Golston Tree Service, 24-hour emergency tree service as well, 205-337-4443. When we come back, we'll do some Pat Ponders on this Friday. This is Three Man Front on Jocks. It is Halloween, also known as Nick Saban's birthday. 74 years old. The GOAT. What a perfect way to spend your birthday weekend, Damian, in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah, sounds like fun. College game day. Out of all the weeks, that's where they're going.
Yep. Got to show some love to the Big 12.
They had to act like they don't have SEC bias.
I know.
Couldn't go to Vanderbilt. They're like, a third Vanderbilt game in the same season? We can't do that. We've got to go to Utah.
And I know we have not mentioned this yet. Now, you and I are on DirecTV. Are you on YouTube TV, Damian?
Yes.
What are you going to do this weekend?
I got ways.
Not watch football.
No. That's illegal, actually. I'll find it. I also have the ESPN app, though. So
Okay, you're good.
You pay for the $30 a month thing or whatever now?
Yeah.
That's where they get you.
Yeah, a lot of people not happy last night. ESPN and Disney, which is ABC, that went dark on the YouTube TV. Another dispute in the middle of football season. Go figure.
Shocker. Cable rules for right now.
Yeah, me and Conrad on that satellite dish.
We can hook you up. We got a Guatemalan streamer though. If you need some college football action,
you want to go to Twitch and check it out.
Twitch.
We'll hook
Yeah,
you.
he got me and Conrad through some dark times during the blackout. Was it last year or the year before?
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, we were having to watch Monday Night Football through no lie, a Guatemalan kid was streaming it, and then he was giving commentary.
In his native tongue?
I feel like it was in Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was like in the picture-in-picture of the top of the screen,
Right.
and then the game was going on.
It's a pretty
On the
good
rest of
feed
the
though.
screen.
I mean, go watch the game.
It's
yeah,
pretty
you still got
clean.
ball. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, it was a little awkward because Conrad kept like sending him direct messages, kind of trying to strike up a friendship. And see, it was just professional for me.
Right.
It was
so
just like
he was making a pin pal.
I just want to see the pirated video of Monday Night Football. But Conrad was looking for more.
Makes sense. Since a recurring theme.
I was lonely. Well, if you're lonely this weekend and you need a place to eat, maybe you can go to Big Whiskey's because that is a great place for food of all varieties. And a shout out to Big Whiskey's. They brought lunch up to us
It was
here
fantastic.
at Jocks 94.5 earlier today. It was absolutely fantastic. Had the turkey club, so appreciate them bringing up some food for us today. But they do, again, have a great menu of all varieties. They're going to have apps, salads, burgers, steaks, and everything that's in between. And, of course, they're going to have plenty of screens to catch all of the games. So if you are a YouTube TV subscriber, maybe Big Whiskey's should be a place for you to stop by tomorrow, catch some college football action. And as we all know, now that school's back in session, you're going to have a lot going on. So Big Whiskey's offers convenient online ordering and curbside pickup for you on any busy evening. Go visit our friends at Big Whiskey's. They're in Stadium Trace Village off of 459 at Highway 150 near the Hoover Met.
It's always fun this time of the year because you have all these sports that are intersecting each other. You got the World Series tonight. The baseball season could end tonight in Canada as Toronto has a 3-2 lead over the Los Angeles Dodgers. You've got college basketball season that's going to start next week. The NBA's already tipped off. As a matter of fact, speaking of college basketball, how about Auburn last night? They beat Memphis 100-71.
Smoked them.
Yeah, over in Atlanta. Keyshawn Hall led Auburn with 20 points. Freshman point guard Caden Magwood was 4 of 5 from the field and 2 for 2 from the three-point range. He scored 15 points. And, man, Auburn just looked really good. They caused a lot of turnovers. Defense was all about it against Memphis last night. So they get to win 100-71 over in Atlanta. The Stephen Pearl era officially begins Monday night as Bethune-Cookman comes to Neville Arena. Tip-off is at 7 o'clock. So you look at the preseason prognostications of the SEC, and you got some will have Alabama maybe 4 or 5. You've got Auburn right around that same territory, 5, 6, 7, something like that. Should be a very competitive Southeastern Conference in basketball. I know Joe Lenardi says the SEC is going to get 11 teams in this year.
Hey.
Now, it's not the 14 that we got last year.
Right, but it's still
that's a very healthy year. He's got the Big Ten and the SEC both having 11 teams for this upcoming season. So
it just means more.
It does. And UAB will get started Monday night.
Really?
Yeah, basketball. Mm-hmm. They just wrapped up 2 exhibition games. They played Vanderbilt last week in Western Kentucky the other night. So Andy Kennedy's team expected to be extremely competitive in the American Conference.
It just goes to show, like, the season just flies by. It really does. We're about to hit November. Tomorrow is November 1st.
November 1st. Absolutely. Alabama's got the weekend off. They will welcome LSU next weekend. Meanwhile, Auburn and Kentucky tomorrow night on the SEC network. You can hear that game over in our sister station, 100.5. If you look at the availability report for the Auburn Tigers, Malcolm Simmons, Cam Coleman, Connor Gibbs, all listed as probable. That will be updated tonight, and then it will be updated again tomorrow afternoon. Doubtful is Jordan Crawford. We already know that Connor Liu and Horatio Fields are out completely. So we'll see if that changes in the foreseeable future. When we come back on Three Man Front, we'll do that Pat Ponders and maybe a worst thing I've seen and get to your text messages. We still got a lot of text messages we got to get to on the Courtesy GMC text line. This is Jock's Three Man Front. On this Halloween, we welcome you back to Three Man Front on Jocks. A very busy weekend in college football and the NFL. Our next guest continues to raise the bar with his company, Sports Information Traders. And this weekend, he's offering something that's never heard of in the world of sports wagering. He's offering a guarantee. That's right. John Price is back. He has his biggest plays of the season. He is so confident in those outcomes that he is willing to put a month of free service behind them. John, it looks like you are as certain as a person could be with these games. Tell us all about it.
100%. We're bouncing right off a big overwin in the Tulane UTSA game last night where the whole company was on it. So we're bouncing right into a weekend of what I believe is going to be perfection. And you're right. The word guarantee is what Birmingham needs to hold on to. I've got 2 college plays and 2 NFL plays this weekend, 4 plays in total for $49. And I'm going to guarantee that we go 3-1 or better in these 4 games, or you're going to get all of November free with my company. How do you do that? Go to our website, sportsinformationtraders.com. Again, it's sportsinformationtraders.com. You can buy it right there on the homepage, or you can give us a call, 866-356-1232. Again, it's called the 4-play guarantee because that's exactly what it is. I expect to go 4-0. If we go 3-1, you're a big winner. If we don't, guess what? You get the entire month of November free with my company, 4 plays, $49. Go to sportsinformationtraders.com.
That's John Price of Sports Information Traders, and you heard him. He has 4 games this weekend. You can purchase them right now for $49 at sportsinformationtraders.com, or you can call 866-356-1232. John is guaranteeing that he will go 3-1 or better, or you will get a full month of free service with his company. This offer is for first-time clients only. As John said, these game lines will move between now and the weekend, so get them right now by purchasing his 4 plays at sportsinformationtraders.com. Okay, John, let's dive into some NFL action first. Big game this weekend between the Chiefs and Bills. Who do you like here?
Yeah, always a fun matchup when these 2 teams square off against each other. The line right now is Kansas City -1.5. That's where it is. That's where it opened. That means equal public money on both sides. A lot of money being wagered on this game, and it's equal up to this point. Chiefs 5-3. They've won 3 in a row. They've outscored their opponents 89-24 in those 3 games. A big key for Kansas City this year has been setting the pace, controlling the clock. The Chiefs have won the time of possession battle in their last 6 straight games. I expect them to set that goal for this week as well. Bills 5-2. We know it. Josh Allen will be there. They're coming off a win over Carolina that snapped a 2-game losing streak. Buffalo comes into this game with the number 1 ranked offense in the NFL. At home, we know they're very, very good. Look for the Bills to use the run to set up Josh Allen and the pass. Prediction, the trends are heavy for Kansas City. They're 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games, and the Bills are only 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games. But I think the strongest value here is in a first-half play. Last week, the Chiefs started slow, very slow, 7-7 first half. That's not what they want. What they emphasized this week was a faster start, and we are going to see it. So I'm looking at the first half line, which is a 0.5 point. I believe when this game goes to halftime, Kansas City will be in front. So my play here, take the Chiefs -0.5 point over the Bills in the first half. That is not one of my plays. I want everyone in Birmingham who's known me from years ago and now the new listeners who know me for the past couple of weeks. This is the weekend to get on and ride with us to see what we are all about. A 4-game guarantee, 2 college plays tomorrow, 2 NFL plays on Sunday. I guarantee we go 3-1 or better, or you're getting the entire month of service in November with my company for free. Go to our website, 4 plays, $49, sportsinformationtraders.com, or you can give us a call at 866-356-1232. As he said, this is for first-time clients only, so if you're one of the many people in Birmingham that came on last week or the week before, you're already with us. So this is for new clients. Go to sportsinformationtraders.com.
All right, so that's John Price, Sports Information Traders. Go to sportsinformationtraders.com. Buy his 4-game guarantee for $49. If John doesn't go 3-1 or better, you get a month of his service with his company free. You can buy his 4 picks directly on the website, or you can call 866-356-1232. Okay, on to college football, where tomorrow night Auburn welcomes Kentucky in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Who do you like here?
Well, Bama has the week off. Let's look at Auburn here for a minute. Line right now is minus 11.5 over Kentucky. The line opened at minus 10.5, so the Tigers are getting the lean in public money there. Auburn 4-4, coming off a solid win over Arkansas, where Ashton Daniels replaced Jackson Arnold at quarterback. I know everybody knows that already. Hugh Freeze really loves Daniels' versatility. He's given him reps in first team this week. So at the very least, they're going to have two quarterbacks ready to go. I would give the lean to Daniels to start unless there's been any setbacks. Either way, they're going against a Wildcats team that's had a pretty rough season up to this point. For Kentucky, they're 2-5, coming off a blowout loss to Tennessee. But there was one bright spot. QB Cutter Boley lit up the Volunteers for 5 passing touchdowns. His confidence is growing. I expect him to play with more confidence this week. Now, here's a prediction I don't normally do. When you see a trend, you ride the wave. I'm going against it. Here's the explanation. I'm looking at the total right now, which is 44.5 points. Here's a big trend. Auburn so far this year in 8 games, the under is 6-2. But Kentucky, win or lose, has topped the number of 44.5 in every single game, whether they win, lose, play well, or don't. So I believe that's a glowing sign. I am taking the over 44.5 points in the Auburn-Kentucky football game. And, of course, that is not one of my plays for tomorrow. I want everyone to remember our website, sportsinformationtraders.com. If I could show you the number of people who sign up with us 6, 7, 8 hours after I leave the radio airwaves, it is incredible. Remember our website, sportsinformationtraders.com, and you'll be able to sign up for our 4-play guarantee, 2 college plays, 2 NFL plays, 4 plays, $49 with a guarantee that we will go 3-1 or better, or you get the month of November free of service from my company, guaranteed. Go to sportsinformationtraders.com, 866-356-1232. And again, you can buy it directly on our site. Of course, the games all start tomorrow. So you want to hop on it now, today, an hour from now, 3 hours from now. If you remember sportsinformationtraders.com, you can always go on there and purchase it, and you can win this guaranteed weekend with us.
That is John Price raising the bar each and every week. Don't forget about this incredible deal, $49 at sportsinformationtraders.com. And if John doesn't go 3-1 or better, you'll get a full month of service with his company free. Call 866-356-1232. Remember, this is for first-time clients only, and John expects these game lines to move and fluctuate back and forth, so you need to get on board now at sportsinformationtraders.com. Purchase the plays and put them in immediately. John, always a pleasure. Some great information for this weekend's game. That number again, 866-356-1232.
Thank you, and keep in mind, tomorrow morning, that's when the lines really move because people wake up, and then that's when they start throwing their money at the game. So get on them now. Go to sportsinformationtraders.com. Thanks so much.
Thanks, John. Look forward to talking with you again next week. We will continue on this Friday edition of 3-Man Front on Jocks. It's 1:43. Appreciate everybody tuning us in this week. Monday will probably be a monumental show, one way or another. It's LSU Bama week. It's the Monday after Kentucky Auburn. Never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Conrad is, you're an Alabama alum. Does LSU week kind of get you riled up a little bit, no matter how LSU is coming into the season?
Traditionally, it would, yeah.
But this one, you kind of,
These are the ones that you got to be careful.
I think, well, and I was about to say, this reminds me, and we talked about it, I think maybe last week.
When Bama won 2014 over LSU?
That would be correct, Pat. That is what you just kind of get those feelings of it. But the hope would be the South Carolina game was kind of maybe that moment. Now you have a bye week. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, this is a game that, hey, it's at home and the team's above 500. So I think you can feel a little better about it if you're an Alabama fan.
As the weather turns, now's the time to get your mowers and tractors serviced by the end of the season, and Artec Tractor is the place to do it. They're your certified Mahindra servicing dealer. Just in time for hunting season, their hunter's package includes a Mahindra 1635 with loader, trailer, bush hog, tiller, and spreader. Offer zero down and just $450 per month. Artec has a full line of tractors as well as heavy construction equipment for those big jobs just north of Jasper on Highway 5 or online at artectractor.com. Let's do some Pat Ponders. I come up with 5 questions. They give me answers. This is Pat Ponders, brought to you by Courtesy GMC.
I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind.
It's time for Pat Ponders.
Brought to you by Courtesy GMC and Trust. We'll get by and see them this weekend. 9 acres of inventory, brand new GMCs, the best deals you're going to find anywhere in the Southeast, right off of I-459, exit 32 in Trussville. Question number 1. Nick Saban was born on this day back in 1951. If you went to the grocery store 74 years ago to pick up some general food items, which of the following was the most expensive in 1951? Was it a pound of ground beef, a gallon of milk, loaf of bread, or dozen eggs? Which one of those 4 was the most expensive the year that Nick Saban was born, 1951? Pound of ground beef, gallon of milk, loaf of bread, dozen eggs.
I'm going to say a pound of ground beef.
Okay.
I was about to say, because that would be the most expensive out of those right now.
1951.
I'm going to go, I'll go eggs.
You're going to go eggs. Dozen eggs in 1951, 68 cents.
Wow.
It's expensive.
You said
Ground beef.
ground beef also cost you, 65 cents. So it was 3 cents cheaper than what'd you say, dozen eggs?
Yeah.
Gallon of milk was the most expensive at 90 cents.
Wow.
Loaf of bread was 18 cents.
I was about to say, it definitely wasn't the bread.
So gallon of milk, 90 cents, dozen eggs, 68 cents, pound of ground beef, 65 cents, and a loaf of bread was 18 cents.
Boy, I tell you, times have changed tremendously.
They have. What, a gallon of milk, about $5?
Correct, and I don't think you could buy anything in the world for 90 cents at this point.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure those little turnstile gumball machines at restaurants, I think those have gone up in price too.
Probably $1.25.
Yeah, they're probably like $1 now. Yeah.
All right, question number 2. Kentucky averages just 346 yards of offense in SEC play. Auburn only allows 9 yards less than when Kentucky averages at 337 per SEC game. So the question is, do the Wildcats go over 340 yards of total offense against Auburn?
No.
Better not.
No. Not at all. I don't think it's going to be close.
Do they get to 300?
No.
No, I don't think they get to the
340 or 300?
I'll give them around 300. I think they're going to go under the 346 number though. Again, Auburn's defense is really good. We've talked about it, right? This would be a bad time to have the game where the defense slips up a little bit, but I'm going to trust that's not going to happen. And Yeah, it's going to be tough sledding. And I'm sticking with my stat from yesterday. They have held 7 of their 8 opponents to 10 points or more under their scoring average, which I would think that would pair up pretty nicely with holding them under their average and total yards as well.
All right. Question number 3. Who gets more snaps tomorrow at quarterback for Auburn, Ashton Daniels or Jackson Arnold?
Ashton Daniels.
If you want a hot take, Ashton Daniels and Jackson Arnold doesn't even play.
Whew.
Because Ashton Daniels should be the starter. I expect he will be the starter, and he's going to go out there and continue to put points on the board. And if you Hugh Freeze, you can't stop the hot hand. You got to keep riding it. So I think it's Ashton Daniels, but my hot take would be he gets in, and you don't even see Jackson Arnold.
That's hot.
Do you subscribe to that hot take?
No, because I think if Ashton Daniels starts to slip up,
Jackson
Arnold's going in too.
So you think he will slip up?
I don't think so. I don't think he will, but I'm not 100%.
You wouldn't bet on him not.
No. We'll see Jackson Arnold in there somehow. Paying him all that money. Come on now.
Or what if Auburn jumps out to a big lead and they take Ashton Daniels out and Jackson Arnold finishes up in the second half and technically gets more snaps than Ashton Daniels?
Nah, Deuce Knight will come in then.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I was about to say
If you're up big, yeah, put him in there.
Yeah, Jackson Arnold may be QB3 if they start blowing him out.
Hey, he's good. Hugh Freeze said he'd be good if he started, but he's not going to get the chance to play. But if he did play, he'd be good,
So close.
according to the head coach.
Next question. Auburn was first called the Tigers back in 1892. Excluding Auburn, what school do you immediately think of when you hear the nickname Tigers?
I mean, it's LSU, but it's just because I always say, go Tigers. Like, that's when I hear Tiger, that's the first thing that comes to my mind is Ed Orgeron saying, go Tigers.
Clemson.
For you, it's Clemson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Detroit.
Oh, yeah, big baseball guy.
Molly would have said Detroit.
Yeah, that'd be another one that would. But yeah, I think of LSU.
It's interesting because of the 3 teams in the conference that call themselves Tigers, Missouri has been called the Tigers longer than Auburn or LSU.
Really?
Missouri 1890, Auburn 1892, LSU 1896.
Shout out to Missouri.
I just like to think that LSU's like, man, kind of like that Tigers thing. Like, let's just got a couple of teams adopting that now. Let's take it for ourselves too.
We'll get a real one.
Yeah, yeah. I was about to say. So we're gonna be the Tigers, but we're also gonna buy a real one. Isn't that dangerous?
All right, question number 5.
That's pretty cool.
Does tomorrow in Austin end one Heisman campaign or catapult another?
Who's got the Heisman campaign? Y'all trying to tell me Diego Pavia is in the Heisman discussion?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. He's been gone all week. He's
like, I'm after the game against. I know they won, but even after his performance, in
oh
Missouri?
yeah.
Listen to the question: does tomorrow in Austin end one Heisman campaign and catapult another?
It catapults another, and I said this earlier in the week about Vanderbilt, is like we're so locked into college football that we all, I think, have come around to the idea that Vanderbilt's pretty good. But I think generally speaking, a lot of college football fans out there won't look at it that way. But if they beat a brand like Texas, that's when you have, it's like the Alabama game last year where it's like, oh, wow, that really got my attention. Beating Missouri is not going to get people's attention for Vanderbilt, but beating Texas will.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if Diego Pavia leads Vanderbilt to the playoff, you will have people that vote for him for the Heisman simply as not saying he wouldn't deserve consideration, but almost like a career achievement. It's like when A.J. McCarron won, the Maxwell Award or whatever, when Jameis won the Heisman.
Yeah.
Jameis was the better player that year, but they gave it to A.J. because it was a career achievement award. So I could see that for Pavia as well.
Yeah, I'll be with Conrad. I don't think he'll catapult it because I don't look at Diego Pavia as a Heisman Trophy candidate right now. I mean, they're winning, but
what about his mom?
I don't think she's eligible to win the Heisman. She doesn't play.
I just didn't know if that would, sway you in the voting process or anything.
No, not at all. Not at all. Now, when Jaden Daniels won,
is that different?
That was a different conversation. He was winning on and off the field.
All right, I'll give you a bonus
Let's
question.
go.
Since it is Halloween, I'll give you a bonus question. If money was no object and you had a team of makeup and costume designers at your disposal, what would you dress up for as Halloween?
Oh, so they could turn me into anybody essentially?
Correct.
Oh, Tua.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I already got the jersey, so all I need is the makeup.
I was not expecting that.
I should have been expecting it, but I really wasn't.
I don't know I don't know if the current Tua cornrows look would be good for me. I might need to go like more old school with the hair, but yeah. Yeah.
You got a whole team, Damien, a whole design team, makeup artists, costume designers. You going to go to a Tagovailoa like you're a partner there in the mornings?
I'd be an actual, like, Power Ranger.
Oh, Power Ranger. I forgot you're
I
a
thought
Power
you were going to
Ranger
say an
guy.
actually good quarterback.
That too.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what Landrum would have said.
I've been decked out as Hendon Hooker
Okay. All right.
when he was at Tennessee.
Gotcha.
What color Power Ranger?
Oh, red. Of course.
That's your favorite one?
Yeah. For Power Rangers in space, Red Ranger, Andros. He's the GOAT.
Does your future wife know about your infinity for Power Rangers?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. She a big Power Ranger fan herself.
Is she?
She ain't as dialed in as I am, but
Okay, well, that's good.
Absolutely.
You got something in common.
Similar interest.
That's good. All right, that's this week's Pat Ponders, brought to you by Courtesy GMC and Trustful. Get by and see them this weekend when you get an opportunity, or visit their online inventory at courtesybirmingham.com. I want to thank Wimp Sanderson, Mike Rodak, Peter Raderkus, Kyle Parmley, all joining the show. If you missed any of those interviews or any of the interviews led up to today, you can always download the 3-Man Front podcast and text along no matter where you go. If you're going to the lake this weekend, you're going to the Auburn game down on the plains to watch Kentucky, take a listen to all of our programming here at Jocks. The Damian Mitchell Show from 6 to 7. Got Conrad and us here at 3-Man Front. And don't forget about Greg and Cole.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head, brother.
Yeah, the
Great
Damian
job.
Mitchell Show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, with
Also
Conrad
known,
Van
as
Order.
also known as Morning Jocks.
Oh. That's kind of like a nickname, though, right? It's not the official name.
Just depends when you listen to it.
Oh, okay. All right, for Landrum, who'll be back with us on Monday, he's on assignment in Hartford, Connecticut. And for Molly, who is somewhere in this great country of ours, we'll see you Monday.